Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. Today is the return of Ridge Racer Type 4. We have two songs, but an extra bonus to go along with it. We are hearing Burnin Rubber and Your Vibe from the channels Gurk FM, requested by DJ Singleton and Alkaline Clockwork. But I also have this, which I have no idea what this is. This is called Go Vacation OST Love Maze, and apparently this is an official arrange of Your Vibe. So, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, but technically I guess this is two different games. Alright. Last time I heard this game was a euphoric experience. This is Burnin Rubber from Ridge Racer Type 4. Immediate vibes, like I was like being at an arcade, like Dave and Buster's round one, lights and snacks and all that. Floor it, there's only one space left. It's like that Jet Set Radio kind of feel. Let me see when Type 4 was released, because it sounds extremely like late 90s to me. It's fast. $1998. It sounds like 1998. You got turntablism. It sounds so arcade to me. Yeah. This reminds me of Robot Rock from Daft Punk a little bit. A little. Ooh. I like that. I like they made space for a slower melody in the midst of the madness. It's a lot of adding and subtracting stuff. Abrupt ending. Racing games are in this bubble for me that are so interesting when it comes to genre of gaming. I feel like they garner a specific audience, and yet a lot of people, your general consumer, I'm guessing, has probably played one or two or some capacity, whether it's Mario Kart or whether it's CTR or, in my case, Gran Turismo and CTR. But, or I think there was Diddy Kong Racing, there's just a lot of different games. There's Forza, oh god, there's so many. I do remember at this time, around this era, 98, There was another game, and this is what it reminded me of, and what I thought of the arcade was San Francisco Rush. I only did I play it? I don't know if I played it or I saw a friend play it, but I was in close proximity to one, and the memory is very shaky. I don't know if it was at an actual arcade or if I just was at a friend's house and they played it. But I do remember specifically. Oh, and then there was Cruise in USA too. That's an iconic one. But I remember San Francisco Rush, and this reminded me of that. Not necessarily a soundtrack, because I don't even know what San Francisco Rush sounds like. And I'm pretty sure that game is no longer around, but I do remember it like sticking out. And I think I've yet to see footage of Ridge Racer, but I feel like it would be similar. I'm not sure if Ridge Racer is a specific. Oh, and then there was Underground, Need for Speed Underground. Damn, all these memories are coming back. I loved Underground. I didn't play 2 though. That was during the hype and popularity of Fast and the Furious. So it was import tuners, and man, I remember just I played a demo for it and then I rented it. I remember renting games, but I played a demo of Need for Speed Underground. I don't even remember where. And I remember that it was so different because the speedometer was on the left side and took up the entire screen, as opposed to just like this little UI. It was the entire screen, so it felt almost like you're in the driver's seat, even though it was third person. And just hearing, the turbo with each shift, just it felt like you can kind of feel it, It was awesome. It was awesome. Anyways, so, and just mind you, before that, the only game I played before that was CTR and Gran Turismo. So I went from like a kart racer to a very, simulator, to then like an arcade style where like you can just, So the music from them is a mystery to me, because I haven't heard enough. It's probably one of the genres I've done the least here, because when I guess my initial thought for racing music. Oh, and there's F-Zero, of course. Can't forget about F-Zero. My initial thought when I think of racing games is like licensed music, but I know it's not the case all the time. It's just what my brain defaults to. But then I hear stuff like this and I'm like, oh yeah, there's unique original soundtracks to these IPs, and there's this flavor that Ridge Racer has, very funky, a lot of hip hop fusion. There's turntablism going on, the DJ scratching everywhere. The very danceable nature of it was almost a breakbeat, but slightly faster. So it seems like, based on it being a racer and the music sounding so fun, it makes me think that the game is just very fun, I don't know if there's like power-ups or anything like that, but it seems like it doesn't take itself too seriously. Maybe, I don't know. This is just guesses. But man, the soundtrack is so good. It's so good. But yeah, that was my reaction. It gave me the thought of like the late 90s sitting in an arcade and just hearing, there's still arcades now, but it's nowhere near the same. But just hearing like the ambience of people and ticket machines and all that. That was cool. Burnin' Rubber. Let me know if that's like a specific track or something like that. I would imagine, shot in the dark, that if a racing game has an original soundtrack, most of the songs are going to be track related, like of course. But maybe there's certain racers, I don't know. Anyways, this is where it gets interesting. We have a song called Your Vibe. And by the way, I'm not sure which game came first between this one and the next one. I'm not looking anything up. Actually, I will look at this though. Hold on. There's some info here. So for Burnin' Rubber, it says Hiroshi Okobu. In-game track 7. Oh, I answered my own question. This is MMM's Edge of the Earth theme. That's it. I don't know what that means. And then this one for Your Vibe. Ooh, it says 1 million views. Whoa. Ridge Racer, okay. This one says Asuka Sakai. In-game track 3. I'm not going to read any further than that. We'll come back to that. I don't want to be influenced. Say no to influencers. This is Your Vibe from Ridge Racer 4. R4. Is it 4? Like, is it the fourth one? Is that like a play on words? Anyways, your vibe. Mix. Ooh, a little house music. Don't get a lot of that here. By the way, one of these requesters is I should say, a big fan of Persona music. You can see how their musical taste kind of spread. Jeez. Imagine a Ridge Racer Persona collaboration. Sounds like Persona. Okay, this soundtrack was ahead of its time, dude. Come on. 98? This much sauce? Ooh. Hammond organ, I think? Oh, that was nice. And we return in 1, 2. This is like a groovy baseball game. This is a great title for a song, Your Vibe. Yeah, I know why it has 1 million views. Oh, dude, the bass is so crazy in this one. It's a little low, though. It's very low. Ooh, listen to that, bro. You know what this feels like right now? This feels like going through a tunnel. I love driving through tunnels, you know, with those like orange lights. As soon as I heard this, I just felt like I'm in it right now. And if this part ends, it's like when you come out of the tunnel. Yeah. Please tell me there's a tunnel here. Nice lead-in with the bass. Oh, now you can hear the bass. I'm just trying to picture this in like a random shop in Persona, because that's what I've heard the music sounds like in the shops. I wonder if anyone would be able to tell the difference, or vice versa. Dun, dun. Dude, the sound design. I didn't even mention the sound design. Of course, all the instrumentation and the composition, but all the sound effects, the whirls, the wah guitar, everything just sounded so like a glove, you know? That was, wow. That was a perfect title for that song, Your Vibe. I think that one kind of speaks for itself. You know, it's just, this is a racing game, damn it. Like, well, I'm trying to imagine, oh, let's see what it says now. The only thing that came to mind, obviously, my imagination can't go too far when it comes to a racing game. I just envision either a couple things can stir up in my head, either a daytime or a nighttime track. For this one, I didn't really, I guess night, if I had to guess. It's probably dynamic, I don't know. You know, it can go from a lot of different ways. It can be nature area, it can be very city, very metropolis, or metropolitan, I should say. This one felt, the only like main scenery I got was like that tunnel, and that's something that I just love, and I've never like been able to share that with anyone, but now I'm able to share that with people. It's just one of those things I've always enjoyed. is driving through a tunnel. It's such a random thing, but it's not like it happens every day. I feel like, when was the last time that happened to you? Maybe a couple years ago. How many times do you truly experience that in your life? Driving through one, maybe 10 times your whole life. Who knows? Whatever the number is. So it feels like that, and I don't know. It just gave me that feeling because the music sort of sweltered in this, space, and we were just kind of in there, and then it opened up again. So I got really imaginative with that one. Now let's see what it says here. Endgame track 3 for PRC. I don't know what that means. This is the theme of Edge of the Earth. This is Brightest Night's theme for MMM2. Good random aimless driving music. I don't know what any of that meant. The PRC and the MMM. Edge of the Earth, though? That sounds bizarre. That sounds like the complete opposite of what I was thinking. So now I'm thinking of this as like some kind of like outer space map. When I see this image, I think this is a more realistic type game. Like either real life locations or realistic, kind of human Earth locations. But I really don't know. I don't know if this kind of goes everywhere, no bounds, that kind of thing. But Edge of the Earth? Either way, fantastic. Fantastic. This, I have no idea of, and I guess this is technically a debut. I've never heard of this. There's no information on it. It's a game from 2011. Okay, so this came later. Wow. That's a lot of years later. I would have to assume this is either Namco or the same composer to be using this. This is, I guess, a game called Go Vacation. The song's called Love Maze. Totally different song name. But the only note I have was the requester saying this is an official, arrangement for your vibe, which sounds quite intriguing. Maybe vocals. I don't know what to expect here. This is kind of bizarre, but hey, it's the auditorium. This is Love Maze from Go Vacation. There's that chord progression. Just three chords. All right, let's vibe out. See, this is what I'm imagining right here, like this. You can see my hands on my chest. I had to clutch something. Oh god. like howling at the moon or something. Fantastic, phenomenal, exquisite, beautiful, luxurious, curvy, sex appeal. Sultry. It goes with this image so well. I hope whoever's watching this for the first time with me, or if you already know the song, I hope your night got a lot better. This is better than any headache medicine or any of that. Before I even talk about the song, I don't even want to talk. I honestly, I feel like I shouldn't even say anything. Racing game, by the way. Originally. I don't even know what the hell Go Vacation is. I want you to guys understand my current mind state. Hopefully I don't go into a huge yapping session here, but this is a reaction channel. Well, this series is the reaction part, even though I do other things now. So I want you to dive into my mind right now as to what's swimming in there. I'll openly admit, I don't know many people that would do this publicly, but the way I always see these is kind of like almost like I'm journaling to you guys. You guys are my social interactions nowadays. Very different to how I was. I was very social. I used to perform music a lot, open mics. I've played at the Whiskey A Go Go and had my name on the marquee. I'll never forget that. I've been around. I mean, nothing crazy, but you know, I've been in bands and I used to just go out in general. But then, you know, COVID happened and then I started working full time and I just wanted to stay afloat and not worry about, what I'm going to be eating the next day. So I've been kind of grinding for a while now, and I'm very much going to be into my mid-30s soon. And since I've been doing the YouTube stuff, which I take very seriously, this is my life/career. Which, by the way, is a fine craft to balance that without making it feel like it's a career and it's like too boring and it becomes work, that kind of thing. So the fact that I'm still able to, it just shows that it's like meant to be, right? Like, this is my true love of music, that I can not get tired of this stuff. But with that said, currently where I'm at mentally is I'm very burnt out. I'm not saying this is like the end, but just to give you an idea, about a month from now of me recording this, I'm going to be taking like the longest break I've ever had, which is probably going to be like a little less than a month, which is a lot. I've only taken, either way, blah, 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 who cares? But I'm just saying, I've done so much. I've just hit like 1,400 videos in 3 years, and I've essentially I've been exploring this journey of video game music for 3 years now. More so than ever, it's gotten me to play games. It's gotten me to meet people I never thought I would meet. It's, paying my bills. It's keeping me alive. And I'm still discovering new things. And it's a great way for me to enjoy the medium without having to play them, which of course I would love to play all of them, but that's literally impossible. So this is kind of the next best thing for me, since I can't have a backlog. I already have a backlog that's years long. So the reason I'm telling you is because I can notice that. I don't know about anyone else because I don't really tell people these things, but if you notice throughout the years how my attitudes, my maybe demeanor changes, although I'm pretty monotone and I've been mostly the same, I know behind those eyes at that moment in time there was something going on. And I know, for example, at the beginning, the very first episodes, I was really broke and really hungry and really sad, but I was excited for this new idea. It just came to me and I just said, sure, why not? So I was livelier, I was skinnier, and then I moved to another location, and that was a different phase. And then, I was having, I could see what was happening through there. It was they're like photographs for me. And it's weird because I don't really take a lot of pictures. I don't really document a lot of stuff, but yet I've been documenting my whole life basically for the past 3 years through this camera lens. That too, when the camera used to be over here, which I still have. Then I moved to this one and maybe going to another one soon. So what I'm saying is, you're currently watching a very interesting phase. Any video you see in October 2024, I'm burnt out. I'm tired. And it's a mind state and fortitude to not get sick, to keep your voice healthy, to keep your brain going. So hearing stuff like this is literally therapy to me. It couldn't have come at such a better time, and it's gonna be funny looking back on it, and I'm just openly admitting that, yeah, I'm really burnt out. And the funny thing is, people have been telling me since pretty much the beginning to avoid burnout, take breaks, do all that, and I've always ignored it because this is my job, so I can't really just whatever. But I'm actually feeling it now, and it's extremely temporary. I know it's gonna go away, but it's just the first time that I felt it. You might be wondering why I'm just constantly yapping about it. These songs were just reminders of why I first started it, which is essentially combining my two loves of music and video games. And to see those two finally hit a crossroads into the channel, and blossom into meeting all of you guys. I'm almost, I don't talk about numbers. I don't tell you guys to subscribe. I don't care. I don't care if you like the video or not. But, you know, I can't help but see that number rising. It's almost at 100K. It's bizarre, you know. I always think of these things where I walk into a room and imagine like 4 stadiums worth of people just like staring at me or something. This will be a video that I remember for a while because it just reminds me of my roots. It reminds me why I do this. Even though I'm burnt out, I still feel the love through the sounds. And it's a bit emotional. Even if it's from a racing game or whatever, you know, it's like music is music. It's beautiful. Video game music is music. Whoever says otherwise is an idiot. But that was awesome. It felt very human to me, especially seeing a picture, something as simple as seeing like a skyline. That was awesome. I don't even have to say like all the stuff that was made it awesome. You guys hopefully know saxophone, all that, but I'm talking too much. But for those that hang around, that have been here for a long time, thank you. And also thank you to people that listen to me ramble. I know the point is to just react and shut up. Who cares? But these are reactions. So this is how I consume these things and then process it through my very busy and active brain, which is doing so many things at the same time, and then out to your ears. Thank you to DJ Singletone and Alkaline Clockwork. Thank you to everyone you see on the screen. They are all just as important to this as me being here. And of course, you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Have a good night.